Hi everyone, my name's Anjali and welcome today to our WOCY time with teens and adults where we are thinking about World Snake Day. So the focus today is particularly on flexibility. We're really going to think about how we can strengthen, gain more flexibility across our back in particular. As looking at this picture up here, seeing the way in which a snake just moves so effortlessly, it's really great to think about whether we can move with great flexibility. As our back becomes flexible, we can move our bodies with greater ease, and we can also think about that mind-body link and think about how we can think perhaps a little bit more flexibly as well. More on that in our daily activity today. So as ever, please remember to be kind, to listen to your bodies, to respect your yoga space, yourself, to respect the space of anyone else who's doing yoga with you. And when it comes to being kind and listening to your bodies, please listen to your breathing. We're doing some quite intense stretches. If your breathing starts to become a little bit less than even, then I want you to just reduce the amount of stretch that you are doing and just feel how your body is moving today. Sometimes it depends on the time of day that you're doing your yoga as to how flexible you might be feeling. Okay, let's get going with our WOCY warm-up, and we're going to come into our Sphinx pose. So coming down onto our front, bringing your elbows underneath your shoulders and shoulder width apart, and your hands will follow in line with your elbows. So we can just start warming up a little bit as we sway our backs from side to side. You might start to feel your lower back starting to wake up, starting to activate here. And if this pose feels comfortable, when you think about having your chest open, your shoulders nicely apart, relaxed from your ears, so your shoulder blades and your shoulders are squeezed together. If this feels comfortable, you can start deepening your lower back bend stretch as you flick your legs up one at a time. Feel the stretch through the whole of the front of your body too. So this is great for digestion and keeping everything toned around your tummy and your waist. And then you can also flick both legs up together as well for an added intensity to this back bend stretch. Okay, let's move on to our WOCY pose, and we're going to come into our classic yoga pose called a cobra pose, which is about bending your back a little bit more in a slightly different way. So we could do a baby cobra. If your wrists are sore, so putting pressure onto your hands and your wrist feels sore, you can take your hands off the floor and feel that lower back bend stretch, moving up to your middle and upper back too. And you can see how you feel doing single leg kicks, double leg flicks as well. Okay, now if your wrists aren't sore, spread your fingers apart, tuck your elbows in close to you, have your hands just behind your shoulders, push down into the flats of your palms and keeping your elbows bent, keeping your shoulders away from your ears, drawing your shoulders and shoulder blades together, we come up into a cobra pose. Okay, now again, to intensify this cobra pose, you can flick your legs, you can have both feet moving together. The choice is yours. You can absolutely come down and rest, and maybe you want to see if you'd like to do that one more time. Remember to keep the elbows bent, keep them close into you, everything nice and open as you really strengthen your back, really developing strength, flexibility in your back as well. Okay. All right, let's come into a restful movement here. So you can either come down onto your front of your body, tuck your toes under, chin in your hands, and rock your heels from side to side. Or you can rest your face into your hands, elbows on the floor, as this is another restful pose, gently working into that lower back, but not as much of a stretch through the front of your body and lower back as we did. And then I invite you to close your eyes and just start listening to your breathing. As we're going to finish with our relaxation today and thinking about how we could be a little bit more flexible in the way we think. So I'd like you to think of a time when you may have tried to do something for someone and they've misunderstood your intention. They've misunderstood that you were trying to help them. What was their reaction? Notice, what did they say? What is it in their reaction and what they said that tells you how they might have viewed your actions? And would you do the same thing again? Or would you change anything? And then, if your eyes aren't already closed, gently close your eyes. Use your hands to help you come and sit up tall. Sit in a comfortable seated position. Stretch your arms up as you breathe in. Bring your hands together and breathe out as you bring your hands down to heart center. Look down at the floor as you open your eyes slowly. Then when you're ready, you can look up as we say Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you, and I thank you very much for joining me for our WOCY time today with teens and adults, where we have celebrated World Snake Day.